Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture course of the subject heat transfer. Today we will be discussing different numericals based on the concept of the boundary layer. So earlier we have discussed the concept of the boundary layer, and there we have seen the importance of Reynolds number when the fluid is flowing over a flat plate. In that case, first starting from the leading edge, the laminar boundary layer and the boundary layer thickness, it starts growing. After that, the transition zone it starts, and after the end of the transition zone, the turbulent boundary layer zone it then started. So those are the things that we have discussed, and corresponding to that, the different velocity distributions, whether they are laminar boundary layer zone or for transition, the type of the velocity distribution we have studied for each and every boundary layer. So for different types of velocity distribution, we have seen the formula for the boundary layer thickness and the skin friction or drag coefficient. Now, based on those different formula and different types of thickness like boundary layer thickness, displacement thickness, then the energy thickness, momentum thickness, they are having their own formula. Now, today, based on those different formula, we will discuss different numericals. Okay, so let us start this lecture. So this is the table that we have discussed earlier also, that here we can see 5 different types of velocity profile, and corresponding to these 5 different types of velocity profile, they are having their own boundary layer thickness formula. And the formula for CF, this is actually the skin friction coefficient or average drag coefficient. Now for each and every formula there are different boundary conditions also. So this all this formula we need to remember to solve different numericals. And there are different thickness regarding this concept of boundary layer, like the boundary layer thickness, which is delta, here we can see, then the displacement thickness, which is delta star, then the momentum thickness and energy thickness, and they are having their own formula. So those formula also we need to remember to solve different numericals. So this is the first numerical. So what is given here, the velocity distribution in the boundary layer is given by small u by capital U. This is equals to 3 by 2 y by delta minus half y square by delta square. Here delta is the boundary layer thickness. Now we need to calculate the ratio of displacement thickness to boundary layer thickness. So which is actually delta star by delta. Where delta star it is the displacement thickness and delta it is the boundary layer thickness. And the ratio of momentum thickness to boundary layer thickness. Here momentum thickness it is theta, and the boundary layer thickness it is delta. Now the velocity distribution it is given here, small u by capital U, this is equals to 3 by 2 y by delta minus half y square by delta square. To calculate the first part, that is the ratio of displacement thickness to boundary layer thickness, we need to first write the formula for the displacement thickness, which is delta star. So it can be mathematically represented as integration 0 to delta 1 minus small u by capital U into dy. So this is the formula of the displacement thickness, integration 0 to delta 1 minus small u by capital U into dy. So what is this? So this small u by capital U, it will be written in terms of its velocity profile given here, which is 3y by 2 delta minus y square by 2 delta square. So if we write this formula here, then after that we need to do the integration within the limit integration 0 and 0 to delta, and after putting this limit we will get the value as 5 delta by w. So that is the value of displacement thickness we are getting in terms of boundary layer thickness. So that means the ratio of displacement thickness to boundary layer thickness we are getting as 5 by 12. So let us move to the next part, which is the ratio of the momentum thickness to the boundary layer thickness. So in this similar manner, we need to first write the formula of the momentum thickness. So first let us write the formula of the momentum thickness, which is integration 0 to delta small u by capital U 1 minus small u by capital U dy. Now here, instead of this small u by capital U, we will write the equation for the velocity profile, which is given. So that is 3y by 2 delta minus y square by 2 delta square. Now if we put this relation of the velocity profile, then after several steps, after doing the integration, putting the limit of this integration, then after several steps, we will get the value of this momentum thickness as 19 delta by 120. So that means the ratio of the momentum thickness to the boundary layer thickness, it is coming as 19 by 120. So what we have done here in this first numerical, to calculate the ratio for these different thicknesses, we have implemented the formula for those thicknesses, whether it is displacement thickness or it is the momentum thickness, or in some numerical we can get the energy thickness also. So for each and every thickness we need to remember their formula, we need to do the integration, and after doing these steps correctly, we will get the final value. So these are the things that we need to do to solve such type of numerical based on the different thicknesses of boundary layer. So let us discuss the next numerical. So what is given here, if velocity distribution in laminar boundary layer over a flat plate is assumed to be given by second order polynomial small u equals to a plus by plus cy square, then determine its form using the necessary boundary conditions. So this is the numerical which is just the opposite to the numerical that we have discussed just now. So here one velocity profile in general form is given, so we need to use the necessary boundary condition, and we need to ultimately find the actual representation of that velocity profile or the velocity distribution. So what is given here, that the velocity distribution is u equals to a plus by plus cy square. Now let us move to the table that we have seen earlier. So here you can see that for each and every velocity profile except the Laplace solution, the boundary conditions are given. Like for the first one, small u by capital U, it is given as, which is y by delta. Here the boundary conditions are given as at y equals to 0, small u equals to 0, and at y equals to delta, small u equals to capital U. Now this boundary condition, it is actually common for all the four different velocity profiles. And for the second one, we are getting one extra boundary condition, that is at y equals to delta del u del y, this is equals to 0. Now for all these boundary conditions, that is which are common here, that one we first need to apply, after that we will move one by one. So let us again move to this numerical. So the first boundary condition that we have seen, that at y equals to 0, small u equals to 0. Now if we put this value here in the given second order polynomial, then we are getting that the value of a, this is equals to 0. That means what, the equation of small u, this is now by plus cy square, and we need to find the value of b and c. If we put the second common boundary condition, then we are getting as y equal to delta, at y equal to delta, small u equals to capital U. So if we put this value in the given equation, then we are getting that capital U equals to b delta plus c delta square. Now the third boundary condition that we are getting here, or we need to apply here, that is at y equals to delta del u del y equals to 0. So that means after putting this boundary condition, we are getting b plus 2c delta, this is equals to 0. That means b equals to minus 2c delta. If we put this equation or the relation of B and C in equation number 1, then we are getting the value of capital U, that the free stream velocity, this is minus C delta square. So that means the value of C we are getting in terms of free stream velocity, that is minus capital U by delta square. So if C is minus U by delta square, that means B equals to minus 2C delta, which is 2U by delta. Now if we put this value of B and C in the given equation, that is the second order polynomial, then we can write the value of U. This is actually 2uy by delta minus uy square by delta square. Now if we divide this equation by capital U, that is the free stream velocity, then we are getting small u by capital U. This is equals to 2y by delta minus y square by delta square. So that is the velocity profile number 2 that we have got in this table, and the boundary conditions which are also satisfied here, that is at y equals to 0, small u equals to 0, and at y equals to delta, small u equals to capital U, and del u del y, this is equals to 0. So this is the procedure to solve such type of numerical, where we need to actually find the exact equation of the velocity profile. So in that case we need to remember the boundary condition, or from our concept of boundary layer we can also implement that boundary conditions, and based on those boundary condition, if we implement those successfully, then we, after several steps, we will get the exact equation of the velocity profile. So let us move to the next numerical. So what is given here, air is flowing over a flat plate 5 meter long. That is, the length of the flat plate is given 5 meter, and its width is given 2.5 meter, and the air velocity is given 4 meter per second at 15 degrees centigrade. Now if air density is 1.202 kg per meter cube and nu is 1.47 at 10 to the power minus 5 meters square per second. So these are the things given here. So this nu, it is actually the kinematic viscosity, which is the ratio of dynamic viscosity and density. Okay, so this thing we have discussed earlier, the relation between mu and nu, it is the relation between dynamic viscosity and kinematic viscosity. Okay, so first we need to calculate here the length of the plate over which the boundary layer is laminar, and the thickness of the boundary layer, that is the thickness of the laminar boundary layer. Next we need to calculate the shear stress at the location where boundary layer ceases to be laminar, and the third part is the total drag force we need to calculate on both the sides on that portion of plate where boundary layer is laminar. So these are the three different things that we need to calculate here. The length of the plate, it is given here, L equals to 5 meter. Width of the plate, suppose it is capital B, then it is 2.5 meter. Air velocity is given 4 meter per second. Air density is given 1.202, and nu, that is kinematic viscosity, it is given 1.47 at 10 to the power minus 5 meters square per second. So these are the things which are given in this numerical. Now first we need to calculate the length of the plate over which the boundary layer is laminar. Now when a fluid is flowing over a flat plate, then at the start of the leading edge of that flat plate, the thickness of the boundary layer, it starts increasing, and after some length of the plate, means when the fluid crossed some length of that plate, then the laminar boundary layer zone, it starts. After that, the laminar boundary layer zone, there is the transition zone, and after the transition zone there is the turbulent boundary layer zone, and in the turbulent boundary layer zone we have seen some other zone which viscous sublayer or buffer layer or overlap layer. So different types of zones are there in the turbulent boundary layer zone. Now there are some values of Reynolds number based on which we can say that if that boundary layer zone is having laminar characteristics or transition or turbulent characteristic. Now there is one lower critical Reynolds number and one upper critical Reynolds number. Okay. So the value of the upper critical Reynolds number, it is actually 5 into 10 to the power 5, and the value of the lower critical Reynolds number, it is 3.2 into 10 to the power 5. Now beyond this 5 into 10 to the power 5, that is the upper critical Reynolds number value, the turbulent boundary layer zone, it starts. So that means up to this 5 into upper critical Reynolds number, that is 5 into 10 to the power 5, up to this upper critical value, the boundary layer, it is laminar or some transition characteristics may be seen. Now here the length of the plate is given, it is 5 meters. So first we need to calculate the value of the Reynolds number for the total length of the plate, so that we can check for the total length of the plate whether the turbulent zone it is there, or that for the total length of the plate only the laminar boundary layer zone is there. So based on the value of the Reynolds number we will determine that part. So the formula of the Reynolds number, it is actually the ratio of inertia force by viscous force. The formula of the Reynolds number for a pipe, it is actually rho v d by mu, where rho is the density of the fluid, v or u is the velocity, d is the diameter of the pipe, divided by mu, this is actually the dynamic viscosity. Now for a flat plate, this formula can be written as rho vx by mu, or vx by mu, or v or u, these are similar, these are the velocity of the fluid, so you can say that ux by nu. Now this nu, it is the kinematic viscosity, it is the ratio of dynamic viscosity, which is mu by rho. So we can write the formula of the Reynolds number for a flat plate, it is ux by nu. So this x is the length of the plate, as here we are considering the total length, so we can write the total length capital L, which is 5 meter here. So Rex, it is calculated now, which is coming as 1.361 into 10 to the power 6. So which is higher than the upper critical value of the Reynolds number, up to which the boundary layer is laminar. So that means at the start of the plate, flat plate, it is on the front portion, that it is on the leading edge of the plate, the boundary layer is laminar, and at the rear there the turbulent zone exists. Now here we need to calculate the length of the plate over which or up to which the boundary layer is laminar. So that means that L, or which is the X actually, we need to find here. So to calculate the length of the plate up to which the boundary layer is laminar, we will consider the value of the upper critical value of the Reynolds number, which is 5 into 10 to the power 5. So that means the value of the Reynolds number, this is equals to 5 into 10 to the power 5, and from this relation we will find the value of the length of the plate up to which the boundary layer is laminar. So Reynolds number formula, it is ux by nu, so this is equals to 5 into 10 to the power 5. So from this relation, u equals to the velocity of free stream velocity x, that is the length of the flat plate that we need to find here, and nu, it is the kinematic viscosity which is given in this numerical. So from this relation we can easily calculate the length of the plate over which the boundary layer is laminar, which is coming as 1.837 meter. So that means what? The boundary layer is laminar up to 1.837 meter length of the plate, where the total length of the plate is 5 meter. Now for the second part of the first part, that is the second sub part of the first part of this numerical, we need to calculate the thickness of the boundary layer. But which formula of the thickness we will consider here? So let us move to the table. Here you can see that this thickness, that is the boundary layer thickness delta, it is having 5 different value or 5 different equation for 5 different types of velocity profile. But in this numerical, no velocity profile is given. So which one we will choose? Which formula of this velocity boundary layer thickness we will consider here. And there is a rule that is, if no velocity profile is given in the numerical, then by default automatically we will choose that the last one in this table, which is the Blasius exact solution, as the default velocity profile. So the corresponding to this Blasius solution, the formula for this delta, here you can see it is the 5x divided by root under Rex. So this formula of this boundary layer thickness we will use here. So the formula for the thickness of the boundary layer is 5x divided by root under Rex. So it is coming now the 12.99 millimeters. So this is the thickness of the boundary layer. Now for the second part of this numerical, we need to calculate the shear stress at the location where boundary layer ceases to be laminar, that is tau naught we need to calculate. Now the local drag coefficient, it is having its formula, that is Cfx equals to 0.664 divided by root under Reynolds number. So that means it is coming as 0.000939. Now to calculate Cfx, that is the skin friction coefficient or drag coefficient, it is actually the ratio of shear stress by dynamic head. So shear stress tau, this is equals to Cfx multiplied by half rho u square. In this formula all the values are given, we are known to us. So that means we can calculate the shear stress. This is coming as 0.00907 Newton per meter square. Now for the third part of this numerical, we need to calculate the total drag force on both sides of plate. So to calculate the total drag force on both sides of the plate, we need to multiply the formula of the drag force by 2. So that means Ft, that is the total drag force, this is equals to 2 Cf multiplied by half rho Au square. Now the formula for this average drag coefficient or skin friction, it is 1.328 divided by root under 5 into 10 to the power 5 root under Reynolds number. So it is coming as 1.878 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now the area of the plate, it is calculated as length into width, that is 4.59 meters square. Here we have considered the length up to which the boundary layer is laminar, so that's why we have considered 1.837 of the total length 5 meter. So now the formula for the total drag force, it is 2 Cf multiplied by half rho A U square. Now all the values are known to us, so putting all the values in this formula we can calculate the total drag force, which is 0.167 Newton. So what we have done in this numerical, we have calculated first the length of the plate over which the boundary layer is laminar. So for that, from our concept of boundary layer, we have used the formula of the Reynolds number up to which the boundary layer is laminar. So there were two different values of Reynolds number. One was the lower critical value of Reynolds number and another was the upper critical value of the Reynolds number. So we have considered that upper critical value of Reynolds number up to which the boundary layer is laminar, and from that relation of this Reynolds number we have calculated the length of the plate up to which the boundary layer is laminar. Next, to calculate the thickness of the boundary layer, we have to first identify, or we have to first select which velocity profile we need to consider, and corresponding to that velocity profile the formula of the boundary layer thickness we need to use here. Now as there is no velocity profile given in this numerical, so by default we have chosen the Blasius solution as the velocity profile, and corresponding to that Blasius exact solution we have taken the formula of the boundary layer thickness, which is 5x divided by root under Reynolds number. After that we have used the formula of the shear stress in terms of the skin friction coefficient and dynamic head, and based on that we have calculated the shear stress at the location where boundary layer ceases to be laminar. Finally, to calculate the total drag force on both sides of the plate, we have used the formula of the total drag force in terms of the skin friction coefficient and the dynamic head. which is multiplied by 2 because we had to calculate the total drag force for both the sides. So this is the procedure following which we have solved this numerical. Let us discuss the last numerical, which is air flows over a plate, that is the length of the plate is given 0.5 meter long and the width is given 0.6 meter wide with a velocity of 4 meter per second, that is the free stream velocity is given 4 meter per second. The velocity profile, it is now given in this numerical, it is small u by capital U sin pi by 2 into y by delta. Now the air density is given 1.24 kg per meter cube and the kinematic viscosity is given 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. Okay, so these are the things given in this question and we need to calculate the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. That means we need to calculate the total length of the plate to calculate the boundary layer thickness. And for the second part, we need to calculate the shear stress at 250 millimeter from the leading edge. And for the third part, we need to calculate the drag force on one side of the plate. Now it is the similar numerical that we have discussed just now, but in this numerical the velocity profile and the velocity distribution equation it is given. That means we don't need to choose the Laplacian solution here. So first let us write or let us identify what are the things given here. The total length capital L is given 0.5 meter, width of this plate is given 0.6 meter. The air velocity is given 4 meter per second, air density is also given 1.24 kg per meter cube. So this is actually one constant value, so it may not be given in the question, which we need to remember the air density 1.24 kg per meter cube. Now the nu, that is the kinematic viscosity is also of the air, it is also given 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. Now as the velocity profile is given here, so to calculate the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate, let us move to that table. So here you can see that the number 4 velocity profile, it is given here. So and corresponding to this velocity profile, that value of the delta, that is the boundary layer thickness, it is 4.795x divided by root under Reynolds number, and the value of the skin friction coefficient it is 1.31 by root under REL. This for the entire length of the plate. So these are the two different formula for the boundary layer thickness and drag or skin friction coefficient that we need to use here in this numerical. So for the first part, we need to calculate the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. Now, the formula we have seen for the boundary layer thickness, it is 4.795x divided by root under REX. Now here the x, that is the length of the plate, is given in this question, that is 0.5. That means we need to calculate the Reynolds number first. So to calculate the Reynolds number for this flat plate, we need to use the formula, that is ux divided by nu. So u is the air velocity, which is 4 meter per second given here. X, it is the total length of the plate. So the total length of the plate we have considered here because we had to calculate the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. So that's why we have taken the total length of the plate into consideration. And the nu, that is the kinematic viscosity, is given 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 4. So putting all these values in the formula of Reynolds number, we are getting the value of the Reynolds number as 1.33 into 10 to the power 5. Now we know the upper critical value of the Reynolds number, it is 5 into 10 to the power 5, up to which we can say the boundary layer is not turbulent, it is having laminar or some transition characteristic. Now as the value of the Reynolds number for the total length of the plate, it is less than the upper critical value of the Reynolds number up to which boundary layer is laminar. So we can say here that for the entire length of the plate, the boundary layer zone, it is of laminar characteristic. That means for the total length of the plate, there is no turbulent boundary layer zone. So now if we use the formula of the thickness, boundary layer thickness corresponding to this given velocity profile, so 4.795x divided by root under REX, here x is the total length of the plate, which is 0.5, so we are getting the value of the displacement boundary layer thickness, it is 6.57 millimeter. Now for the second part, we need to calculate the shear stress at 250 mm from the leading edge. Now this formula of the shear stress we have seen earlier. So it is in terms of the skin friction coefficient and the dynamic edge, it is Cfx multiplied by half rho u square. Now the formula of the Cfx, it is 0.654 divided by Rex, root under Rex actually. So here is some typing mistake here, it will be root under Rex. So we can put all the values of the Reynolds number and we are getting the value of the skin friction coefficient as 0.002533. Now if we put this value in the formula of the shear stress, then we are getting the value of this shear stress tau naught equals to 0.025 Newton per meter square. Now for the last part of the numerical, you need to calculate the drag force on one side of the plate. So the formula of the drag force, it is Fd equals to Cf, that is the skin friction coefficient multiplied by half rho u square. Now corresponding to this velocity profile, the value of the Cf, it is 1.31 into root under divided by root under Rel. Now this value of this Rel, it is known to us, we have calculated. So the value of the skin friction coefficient we have calculated here as 0.003592, and the area of the plate you can calculate because the length and width of the plate are given. So the area we are getting is 0.3 meters square. Now putting all these values for the skin friction coefficient and area as well as the air density and free stream velocity in the formula of the drag force, we are getting the value of the total drag force, it is coming as 0.01069 Newton. Okay, so this is the procedure to solve the different numericals based on the boundary layer concept. So we need to remember different formula of the boundary layer thickness and skin friction coefficient corresponding to the different velocity distribution, and we need to remember the formula for the different thicknesses, that is displacement thickness, energy thickness and momentum thickness. Okay, so this is the end for this lecture.